ESPN's Anthony Slater has reported that the Warriors are willing to keep Jonathan Kuminga past the deadline. Team sources have said in recent days that they'd be willing to keep Kuminga past the deadline if nothing appealing enough materializes. That could be a strategic posture, and it's certainly a risk considering Kuminga, who's making $22.5 million this season, is buried in Steve Kerr's rotation, having played less than 10 minutes in the past month. Now, if this was a different organization, I'd say, oh, this is just a tactic to up his trade value. But this is the same thing the Golden State Warriors said last summer when they were trying to get a trade for Kuminga, and they kept him. Now, if this happens, I'll tell you right now, I will march down to Chase Center and I will protest every single day if they don't trade this man by the trade deadline. Steph Curry is still averaging 29 points per game, 4 assists, 4 rebounds per game. And this whole month, he's averaging 30 points per game on 47% shooting. He is still cooking. And when Steve Kerr goes, yeah, this team is unable to compete with the Spurs or the Thunder, we're a dying dynasty, Steph Curry is still doing it. You could compete with those teams if you had built the right pieces around Steph Curry. Mike Dunleavy, I'm telling you right now, Dunleavy, if you keep him on there, you will be wanted in the Bay Area more than the Golden State Killer was. You'll be the most wanted criminal in Bay Area history. You will be the most hated person in Bay Area history when you do Steph Curry like that. I mean, Steph Curry is still in his bag. And you, Joe Lacob, are morons. So is Bob Myers. Bob Myers drafted James Wiseman over Maxey, over LaMelo, over Halliburton, over switching number 1 for 2 for a pick swap next year. You could have got Edwards. Edwards, I blame on Steve Kerr because he said he wouldn't get him even if they had the 1 pick. Then you draft Kuminga, who's unplayable, over all-star and Franz Wagner. You draft a Moses Moody over Şengün. And what bothers me most is, well, we don't want to be bad after Steph Curry. You're going to be awful. Why not go all in? You're like, we don't want to give up. The future is bleak without Steph Curry. They're making the same make the Chicago Bulls made. And Steve Kerr should know better. He was in Chicago when they decided they wanted to move on from Phil Jackson and Jordan and Pippen and Kerr. And what have they done since? They haven't made a championship since then. We're a fading dynasty. We can't compete with OKC. Yes, you can. If you guys have a chance to fix this right now before the trade deadline,